Alright guys, today we're going over playmaking build specialization. This build specialization is genuinely one of the best ones in my opinion because as you go down here, you get a badge +2 for playmaking and a badge +1 for playmaking, which is insane for a lot of big ISO builds because you can get your lightning launch up to Hall of Fame from silver or strong handle up to legend from gold. So it's a very good, playmaking is a very good specialization to do, and I'm going to be showing you guys the method for how to get all of these rewards for the playmaking build specialization. I'm going to be totally honest guys, it is going to probably take you like 60 hours to get this done. There's no quicker way to do it. It is just going to take time and investment into the game to do so, which I'm going to try and do over the next week or two to get up to this maximum level of playmaking specialization, because once you do that, you can always use this build specialization on your builds. So any new build you make going forward, you can throw on playmaking. You already have it completed and you start out with 2 playmaking cap breakers, the badge +1 and the badge +2. So this is an absolute necessary method that you guys are going to need to use to make sure you're getting the best assist method in for getting playmaking build specialization. So as you can see here, I am on the 5th path, or the 5th goal on the path, which is win 50 games with 5 or more assists. This is one of the easier ones. Anything that says win 100 games or with 5 or more assists, or 50 games with 5 or more assists, those are the easiest paths that you're going to get. They're only going to take 50 games, and this one's only going to take 100. Now this one, the 100 assists, or the 1000 assists to get a playmaking cap breaker, this is probably honestly going to take you like 200 games. So as you guys can see here, we were 4 out of 9 progress on our build specialization. The method that you're going to need to do for getting these assists, which is all that matters as assist, is going to Street Kings. So if you look on the map here, Street Kings is you go to courts, you go down to Street Kings is at the very bottom. Just hit triangle if you don't know where it is. It'll put a waypoint, and then you can go right here. So enter Street Kings. First thing you're going to do, you're actually going to need to play some Street Kings to make sure you get the best leveled up players so you can actually get this method done completely. So go to the right, go to pivot point, just follow me. I'm not cutting anything out here. I'm showing you guys exactly what you need to do here. So you go to pivot point, you go to this court, and you go to this little board here. So I have played so many games of Street Kings already because I've been grinding through the assists already. What I am going to recommend that you do, make sure you unlock the Enforcer. He's super valuable. And then what I have unlocked as well is the Sovereign of Steel. This guy is an absolute unit. He dunks everything you throw to him, which is perfect for assists. So what you do need to do to get the Sovereign of Steel is beat every single one of these guys. And you only need to beat them one time. Then you get to play Sovereign of Steel. Then you get to use him in any game that you play going forward. So what I am going to say here is make sure the Enforcer is one of the people that you get because he's super good. He's a defensive player with really good dunking that can catch lobs. Sovereign of Steel obviously has like 99 every stat. He's insane. And then what I have also done is upgrade these 2 players. You see the upgrade meter on the right hand side for both Sovereign of Steel and Enforcer is maxed out. What you need to do to get that upgrade meter maxed out, and this is if you're going to grind, I would recommend actually doing this. It only takes you like 10 games total. You need to get the Enforcer maxed out, which is just play against him. You click here and you just play against him 5 times in a row with choosing whatever teammates you want from this list. You'll unlock more teammates as you play more players. So make sure you get him upgraded as if you can. You just have to play him 5 times in a row because you see there's 5 spots on the upgrade meter, and then once you get him upgraded, you have to go to trials here, and then you have to complete the trial against his team. So you're going to be using 2 actual bots, Drew and Big Al, against the Enforcer's team. But as long as you win this trial, you get him upgraded. And then as you can see here, most of these other players, if you look at the star ratings, they're like 1 star, 2 stars. Go to the Enforcer, he's 4 stars. Go to Sovereign of Steel, he's 4 stars. And if you look at my team here, if I just act like I'm going to play Sovereign of Steel, very nice. If you have a team of all 4-star players, they're just going to play better. I think it upgrades their attributes and their IQ and stuff like that. So it's going to be very solid. So once you do upgrade the Enforcer and Sovereign of Steel, what you're going to want to do to make sure that you get your assist as quick as possible is go to the Street Kings King of Pivot Point here at the top left. Now the win streak gives you insane XP, which by the way, these rewards for Street Kings, it goes up to level 40. If you grinded Street Kings for the entire way up to level 40, you see I'm level 29 here, you'd actually be able to get up to like level 30 in terms of season XP because you're getting season XP for every game, and you're also getting these level up XP bonuses at each like every 4 levels or so, and these bonuses give you like a full level in the season XP. And if you guys check out here on my season rewards, I am fully maxed out. Didn't pay for this at all, fully grinded it out. Usually the main thing I was using for this is Street Kings. So looking back at Street Kings, you're going to want to play the Street Kings King of Pivot Point. It's going to keep giving you games over and over and over again. So make sure when you're doing this, you have like an hour free because it'll keep giving you games over and over. And then the more wins you get in a row, the higher the XP bonuses. You guys can see the highest win streak I have is 35. Once I got past 15 plus wins, I was getting a Street Kings level every other game. It was insane. So yeah, make sure you guys get these levels all. You don't need to claim them or anything. It'll automatically get claimed. So you get a decent amount of VC here. It's just for playing offline and grinding. So what I'm going to do in King of Pivot Point, I'm showing you guys everything. I'm not cutting anything out here. King of Pivot Point, you go pick the Sovereign of Steel, pick the Enforcer. We are a full 4-star team, and we're going against some absolute randoms. So in this first game, it's going to be Donnie Dribbles. Now, I do have it muted here. He's just going to do a little intro. This is the biggest time waste in the entire thing. It's just a cutscene. But once you do get the ability to hold X, I should be getting it very soon. You can hold X and skip. And when they're doing the player intros, unfortunately, you can't actually do that. So Donnie Dribbles, here we go. So I'm not gonna cut anything out from this game. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I play the game each time. So on defense, the main thing you need to do, if your build doesn't have any defense, it honestly doesn't matter. All you need to do is just stick on your man. These bots are really not good. You're gonna be playing bad bots in the beginning of your win streak, and then you'll start playing some better ones near the end, but it's still not difficult to do at all. So as you guys can see, this Sovereign of Steel and the Enforcer are both super tall players, so it's very nice to have. I'm actually running point guard, and what I do here, you tap L1, bring up your little icons list, hold square to get the Sovereign of Steel to get you a pick and roll, come off the screen, hesitation, and then throw the lob every time. Throw the lob is double tapping triangle or Y, whatever you're on. So that is how you get assists. It's just as quick as that. And if you need to get 5 assist games, which is what I'm actually grinding for now, you can get the 5 assists and actually get your own buckets if that's easier. But honestly, what you're going to want to do every time is get the game to shut down. So if you guys know anything about Street Kings, if you get a lot of highlight plays in a row, the game will shut down before you get to 21 points, which is super valuable in my opinion. So get the screen, then you hezi. So if you guys don't know what a hezi is, you just like tap the right stick up whichever direction you're going. So I'm going to show you guys again because we'll just get a quick stop here. I can just let them shoot. They almost never hit the 3-pointers. Until you get into the later games, they rarely ever hit the 3-pointers. So you tap L1, hold square, Sovereign of Steel comes over. You come off the screen, you tap up for the hezi, brings the defender in, and in this case, the defender that's guarding Sovereign of Steel is really, really bad. He's not playing defense at all. Eventually, you will go against taller and better defenders who actually do end up defending the lob, which you will get some turnovers, but it honestly doesn't matter at all. And this is also a really good method for grinding up to 99 overall as well. I am a 99 already with Takeover maxed out. This build is absolutely insane, by the way. I've grinded so much time, but every time you drive, you just get the hezi and throw a lob up to Sovereign of Steel. And if you guys look at the bottom left there, you see the yellow bar that's popping up on my end where it says +6 right there. That yellow bar is super important because you need to get the yellow bar to the middle of the page. I'm gonna zoom in on it right now. He did actually just green a 3, which is a little bit annoying because it takes the yellow bar down. But what you need to do is make sure you get the yellow bar, not the blue one, all the way to the middle of the screen here. So as you see, I come off the screen, hesitate. The Enforcer was in the paint for a second there, which looked a bit bad, but we do end up still being able to throw a lob up to the Sovereign of Steel. If you look at my top right screen for the stats, I do have 5 assists now, which is all totally fine. And there's one actual challenge that you need in the playmaking build specialization where you do need to get an A- every single game and like win 50 games with an A-. That one's a bit annoying if you get turnovers. So when you're playing those games, make sure you're being very, very cautious and careful when you're throwing your lobs and stuff because turnovers will definitely take your teammate grade down. Also, fouls like that are not good. They haven't buffed bump steals yet at the time of me recording this, so they may buff these in the future and make those way easier to get. But yeah, I'm not cutting anything out, so if you guys hear me just pausing for a second, I'm just thinking of the next thing to say. We are just going through this game here. Unfortunately, he did knock down 2 green 3-pointers, which is annoying because they rarely ever hit 3-pointers in this method. And then it does just stop you from getting the shut it down meter up. So the thing you need to be controlling is the defense. Make sure you play decent defense. Like that's just perfect defense. You can't really do anything better than that. And I'm still going to be going for assists here, even though I don't really need to, just to show you guys the method, because once you get up to the high levels of the playmaking build specialization, it's all about just getting crazy amounts of assists. So every single time you're going to be able to throw the lob to the Sovereign of Steel, and the Enforcer did just get a steal, but okay, Gru is dunking on us now. Cool, man. But then I am going to show you guys here at 7 assists. I don't need any more. So what I can do to just get, okay, that's just the freest lob. I have to take that one just because it gives you a good boost on the shut it down meter. What I have to show you guys is the other method. So if you get an open lane or something like that, you can throw a self lob and it still does give you good points in terms of lobs. And also when you're throwing lobs like this to yourself or to your teammates, you're actually going to get very good rep for your player and you're going to get up to 99 pretty quickly. Getting rebounds as well helps a lot. So you don't need to, you can actually get some more rep using that. So he comes to the right side here. We hezi. He didn't actually hit the screen that time. So we just be patient. We call him back to set another screen. Hezi off of it and he's going down the lane again once more. And it's just an easy dunk. So the next dunk that we get will be the shut it down meter complete. Sometimes you can get it done by 12. If the opponent doesn't score at all, you can get your shut it down meter done at 12. Oh my, that's a nasty block out of me. Okay, we get a stop there. So all we need now is another lob. And I'm going to just call the Enforcer just to show you guys. If you want to use the Enforcer too, he is perfectly fine to use. He's actually just basically the exact same thing as the Sovereign. He does end up getting the shut it down meter complete. Now, the unfortunate thing about the shut it down meter is it gives you this like 20-second cutscene, which is very annoying. You can't skip it at all. Like I'm just holding X. You can't skip any of this. But the nice thing about when you're playing this streak mode is you don't ever have to load up your new game. It'll load you up automatically. So as you can see, the shut it down meter is still going off here. The Enforcer's getting pictures taken of him. They have like 4 different animations for this, and that's it. You do have to go through all of these animations as well to get your badges progression and stuff like that. This is a great way to grind badges if you're doing defensive badges or passing badges as well. One thing I will say about my build, I have a 76 pass accuracy, silver versatile visionary, and the lobs that I throw are just like never getting stopped ever. So if you have a build with even lower than this, I think as long as you have bronze versatile visionary, you'll be able to throw the lobs pretty quick. You see here, it loads you straight into the next game though. Dark Shadow is actually a decent player that you're going to play against. He's way taller than the last guy we played against. It still doesn't matter though. I'm going to go through another full game with you guys. Looking here, this is a way taller team. I'm going to show you, if you're playing against a way better team like this, you actually will still need to do the exact same method. It is just going to be a chance that you don't actually get the lob through. So in this case, I'm still going to throw the lob because the Sovereign is an absolute menace. You just throw it up and he gets it most of the time. There will be a couple turnovers this game just because this team that we're playing against is way taller and way better at defense. But as long as you get stops, it shouldn't matter. Okay, this guy absolutely just hezzy the life out of me. We don't care though. So we hit the hezzy. He doesn't end up going. So one thing you do want to make sure you do is set the screen below half court. Now, Dark Shadow doesn't end up stopping that one. He is going to get a stop eventually because this Dark Shadow guy is, and I think his main thing is defense, so he's going to get a turnover at some point. You can try and get bump steals and stuff because that will help you a lot. We'll see if we get a stop here. We do end up getting a stop. Very nice. Now we go off the screen, we just drive down the lane. You can just pass to the corner as well sometimes. It will actually work. The Enforcer is, one of his strengths is 3-point shooting, so he's going to hit a 3 every single time he's in the corner, which is very, very nice. If you don't have a lob, you can definitely pass to the corner. It doesn't need to be a lob. All you need is assists in this case. So this one is going to be a lob. Sovereign Steel does get around, and it does get blocked by the Dark Shadow, which is very unfortunate. He's going to try and come in the paint here, pass it out to Ulyss, and he does end up missing that shot. If they don't green it, it's never going to go in, luckily. We're going to call another screen. So Dark Shadow's guarding me this time, so hopefully it should be a little bit easier. So yeah, that is a bit unfortunate there. You're going to get some turnovers when you're going against a team like this. You still have to just continue finding a way to get assists though. Like look at the Enforcer right there. Wide open, he doesn't end up shooting the 3. You just call him around. In this case, when Dark Shadow is guarding the Sovereign, I might just do the Enforcer, and everyone but the main player on the team you're playing against is going to be a very like a 70 overall. They're not going to be good. So we do end up getting a steal here. Sovereign just cut down the lane. Okay, Enforcer. Oh, Enforcer's getting up and getting that. I did not think that he would actually grab that ball. I thought it was going to be a turnover. But this video is kind of just me rambling about the playmaking build specialization. Make sure you guys are doing this as soon as possible. Build specialization is very important, and I would recommend unlocking it as soon as you can. I'm going to be grinding this while just like watching TV or something like that. So we do end up getting another lob. The Sovereign is just an absolute finisher of lobs. He is insane. And this might be a good opportunity to show a shut it down. They only have 2 points now, so we only need 2 more buckets for us to get a full shut it down in the game. We do get a stop there. By the way, I'm going to make a video about this specifically. The poster takeover is super broken and kind of bad, but I do have 99 driving dunk and legend posterizer, so anytime I do want to get a contact dunk, I should be able to get one normally. And then this next play, as long as we get a stop here, will be the shut it down meter again. Okay, it doesn't actually matter because he only got a layup. If they get a dunk, it takes the shut it down meter down more. But in this case, I should be able to just get a dunk. Oh, we'll just throw a lob. Got the ankle breaker, throw a lob up, shut it down meter. Only 14 points scored in that game, which is super, super easy. The shut it down meter is a very good friend for you, especially if you're doing the A- teammate grade or the 5 assists in a single game challenge. If you're getting total assists, shut it down isn't that great for you. You can just get more assists if you don't. On average, I'm going to math it out for you guys here. You're going to be about 4 minutes for like 6, let's do 6 assists each time. So for 1 hour, you do 4 times 15. Which is how many games that you would be able to play in an hour. So 15 times 6. I'm just doing all this math in my head right now. 15 times 6 is going to be 90. You can average around 90 to 100 assists per hour, depending on how quickly you're doing the assists. And as you guys can see, you will need so many assists when you're doing this challenge. So when you're doing that, the total assists you need is 2,000 plus 1,500 plus 1,000, which on its own is actually just like 4,500. Plus the 5 assists that you'll need in 100 games, which is 500, plus 5 assists in 50 games, which is 250. You're going to need like 500. You're going to need like 5,500 assists total. It is absolutely necessary that you do this as quick as possible because this is genuinely going to take you hours upon hours. So if you're averaging like 100 assists per hour just to make it easy, this is literally going to take you around 60 hours, 50. Yeah, it's going to be around 60 hours to grind through the entirety of Playmaking Build Specialization. This is the best method that I've found, and I think it's the best method I'm going to be using because there's no other method to get these assists as quick as the Street Kings games are. So I'm going to sign off for now and see you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if it did help you. It was a way longer tutorial than I think it needed to be, but I just wanted to make sure everyone understood completely. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Signing off for now.